welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Coppin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
The boss. What's up, boss? Boss.
That's the biggest mug I had.
I got that big mug.
All right, what do I say every week?
What?
Turn me up.
Turn it up some. Come on, Toby.
Turn it up.
Are you good now?
I'm a Leonard Skinner, turn it up. No, it's a Mo. There we go. All right.
It was both of them, wasn't it? It was Leonard Skinner and Toby Keith. Turn it up.
Well, and Leonard Skinner, it was actually their sound producer.
That said that?
I think, yeah.
Oh, what a joke.
Or somebody. There's a story behind it. I've heard the story. But
Cameras aren't working today.
good.
Just kidding. There we are.
We're pretty, just the way we are.
Just the way you are. What is that? Wasn't that? Keep da 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 da. Is that that was on the USA Aid, Africa Aid with Michael Jackson when they did the whole 30-minute song.
We are the world.
We are the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep on. Da, 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 da. Uh-oh, you got to go.
No.
You're like, unfortunately, no, I got to stay here. Oh, the cup said trail boss. See, I only saw the word boss.
You only read what you need to.
Yeah, here. There you go. I'll turn it back that
Trail
way.
boost.
Yeah,
Boost.
I like it just saying the boss.
I've been up since like 1 something. That's the biggest coffee mug I could find.
Poor guy.
If we'd have had a mixing bowl there at the funeral home, I'd have probably filled that with coffee.
Did you get a call
Yeah.
in the morning?
Yeah. And then with all good calls, you go back and you do what you need to do, and then you do your paperwork, and then you clean up on other paperwork, and then you look at your desk and go, oh, crap, where'd all this stuff come from? And then before long, you're like, oh, man, it is 7:17. I should have already left here. And
then you're like, oh, great, I got to go to the Good Morning Huntsville show on top of that. You hadn't even been home.
I know.
Poor guy.
And then Rob texts you, hey, brother, you on the way? But my, hands-free, don't talk and text. So my car reads the message, but this time it didn't. Normally it goes, would you like to respond? This time it just read it, whoop, and went back. I'm like, well, I guess I'm Just see him when I get there.
Well, I thought you were going to pull a Rob Hip this morning is really what it came down to, buddy. Bubba.
Booba.
Oh, well, good to see you. We'll make it quick. You poor guy, you need to go home and get some rest, man.
It's not like when I leave here I get to go home. I still got a full day of adventures to adventure.
Do y'all have like a cot or anything at the funeral home where you can take a quick nap, or you just do it in your chair if you needed to?
I sleep best in my chair, but we do have a couch.
Oh, okay. You ever had to use it?
I've laid on it when I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am in the habit of about 2 or 3 times a week. It just depends. Some mornings, I'm never going to complain again about it after what you told me at 1 a.m. But there's some mornings where maybe I only get 3 or 4 hours of sleep for whatever reason. Dogs wake me up. Boy, Mac ate an entire chicken. Left it on the stove 2 nights ago, and all of a sudden Bridget's screaming. I said, "What?" She goes, "The chicken's gone." It's reminded me of that. Have you ever watched that? There's these vegetable supplement commercials, and it's like that Balance of Nature. Mm-hmm. And there's a guy, he's wearing a hat, and I guess he looks like he's a Houston guy or whatever, but it's a national commercial, and he's talking about Balance of Nature's helped me, and he's like, after I started taking it, I told my wife my back pain isn't there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like all sad, and he goes, "No, it's gone." The way he says "gone."
Yeah, it's like a train company hat or something.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I love having you on, buddy, because you know exactly what I'm putting down.
Well, now that I got a television, I get to watch that stuff.
So he's sitting there, and he goes, "No, you don't understand it. He's gone." Like the way he describes that.
Hank did that to us one time. We had hamburger patties on the stove, like it was going to go put them on the grill or whatever. Didn't know that dog was such a fan of hamburgers. So now, he's an outside dog, and now every time I go outside to cook hamburgers, I'm like, "Hey, buddy, I'm making your favorite."
You look at them, the patties are there, and 1 minute, the next minute, it's gone. You don't understand.
It's gone.
Well, the chicken was gone. The entire thing was gone. The only thing left.
He's like reverted back to a puppy now. Huh?
Well, and it's dangerous, some chicken bones, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But I started researching. And
they told me they had a hard chicken. They told me I had to slow down.
Yeah.
They didn't want me choking a bone.
Yeah. Well, the good news is when you buy those chickens like at HEB or Costco, they're always pre-cooked, the ones you get. And that makes the bones more brittle. And apparently the dog's stomachs are so acidic that the bones, most of them should actually dissolve in the stomach, which I never thought, how does that happen? But that's what I was reading, and I found multiple sources that confirmed it. They said if your dog is acting uneasy or vomiting, obviously choking, then take him to the vet. But otherwise, in a couple of days, everything should be okay. The only thing they said is the dog may have the old jogging problem, the old runs. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, Bridget called, and sure enough, yesterday was the day that I didn't go home for lunch. Normally the dogs are fine. They can be fine from 8 to 5. But sure enough, yesterday was not the day to not go home. I turned on the Ring camera. Bridget had called me and said there is messes everywhere all over the house. And she goes, "Go to the camera at the 2:30 mark in the living room." And there you go, buddy. For some reason, you got all this tile floor all over the house, but you choose this carpet's going to be the best thing. And you decide to do a little hokey pokey dance all over the carpet. And so there's an old phrase that I won't ever repeat, but there was a show yesterday when Bridget got home, God bless her, and the rug came out, and neighbors were probably wondering what was I doing with the rug in the driveway and the power washer on it yesterday. Well, the rug is still in the driveway drying, but I'm going to tell you what, buddy, that rug is the cleanest it's ever been in the history of rugs because I power washed that thing for an hour yesterday.
Well, I guess I feel pretty fortunate because no one's crapped in my house in quite some time.
So, yeah.
It's the little things in life.
Oh, yeah. So that's what poor Bridget had to come home to, and then I was power washing that rug, and it'll be fine, but it's the things you do. And this is the poor dog. This is the Golden, by the way, that just had the second mortgage surgery. And now the dude decided he's going to eat a whole chicken. How do you do that? He jumped up on the counter. I guess he's Golden's pretty big dogs. And so he managed to stretch all the way up there on that counter, got enough of that in his mouth to pull that whole thing down, I guess, and ate it.
Did you pressure wash anything else when you had to pressure wash your?
I started pressure washing the driveway because it was
See, that's
dirty.
what happens to me. It's like, I'm going to do this right here, and then, well, hell, that turned out good. before long, I'm 8 hours into a 5-minute deal, and never really finish anything, but I got a little bit of everything.
You're in the middle of taking, now this is a little crude, but I'm just going to say this because it was the first thing that popped in my head. You're in the middle of taking care of a loved one, someone's family member. And It's supposed to be maybe a 2-hour procedure, but then you're into it about 12 hours, right? You're like, you just keep going because you want everything to, it's like, what I think of, man, in your business? It's kind of like that real estate agent that, if you ever seen the commercial, they're showing the lawn, the St. Augustine, and there's that one little piece of grass that's too high, and she plugs it out. Because I know you guys do. Y'all try to make everybody perfect, man.
We try.
So, have you ever had that, though, where, of course, don't go into details, but one thing where you thought maybe this was going to take an hour, and you ended up taking way longer than you expected?
Yeah, all the time.
Taking care of a loved one?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And so and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, where'd that day go?
Yeah.
I won't say the name for privacy, but I wanted to let you know, Billy. I told you before, but I'm going to publicly let everybody know. There's a certain lady who's just a special, wonderful, wonderful lady here in our community, has a business here in town. And I was walking around yesterday talking to some folks, catching up, because every once in a while I like to just get around, walk on the square and talk to folks. And one of my favorite ladies here in town, I stopped by her little place, and we started talking. And I did not realize she had lost her husband back in February. And it just tore me up that I didn't even know that. But we started talking, and she brought up you guys at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, Billy. And she said, I just want to tell you, Rob, that Billy took such great care of me and my family and just kept me at so much peace and comfort during one of the hardest times of my life. And, buddy, I ain't going to lie, I kind of teared up when she was talking about you, man. So I just wanted to give a public shout out on behalf of that lady of the great job that you guys do. And she had mentioned something about, you had told her, you said, ma'am, even if you need a ride somewhere, you just call me, and wherever you need to be picked up, I'll take you. And I'm going to tell you, man, that's good service, brother. And I mean, I know that that's how you are, but maybe there's other folks watching that maybe they're new to the show, and they're saying, well, who's that guy right there? Well, this is a good man right here. So I wanted to say thank you, man, for taking care of a good friend and taking care of this community, buddy.
It truly, I guess the people that are in my industry or close to it in some way that you'll understand this, but other people might not ever get it. It feels so good to be so helpful, so.
Yes, sir. I'm just going to leave the camera on you there for a minute.
Well, I'm going to read this text message.
You got some good stuff coming through this morning? You in trouble? Billy's over here. He's got business. See, when Billy's on the show, what y'all don't realize is Billy's in business mode because he's got stuff going on.
All the time.
Got stuff. Hey, well, speaking of going on, welcome. You are on. 15 minutes into it, we'll start our intro instead of
hey, how are y'all?
Instead of 30 minutes into it, we'll start at 15 minutes today. We do want to welcome you in as we get rolling here on episode number 508 of Good Morning Huntsville.
You busted the old one out.
Well, the little one broke. The little laptop, the screen. Of course, the night of the National Day of Prayer, when I was going to stream the audio of the Irwins in that prayer service and the Evening of Hope message from Mike Satterfield, I was going to stream the audio to Spirit Radio. Laptop's been solid for 3 years, no issues, whatever. Of course, I go to turn it on. The backlight on the screen went out, so you couldn't see the screen. And then I didn't have this as a backup, so I just said, forget it. But we are here. Big thank you, as always, to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com. And we would not be able to be here without the foundation support of our friends at
Samuel Walker Houston
Elementary
Memorial Museum and Funeral Home.
No, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are your hometown funeral home. Been serving this area for many, many years, since 2002, but really even longer than that if you think about it, because Greg's had a life of service. And even before the funeral home was a thing, he was serving people. And that same service has translated into the business. Boy, over these last, can you believe that now? What is that, 23 years? Good night.
I feel every one of them.
How long have you been there?
I've been there since 2008.
So you were there 6 years into it, man.
Yeah, I was just a little old part-time guy that didn't know nothing, that was probably hired under false pretenses.
Were you kind of hiding in the corner, like with the broom, that guy,
Yeah, well.
That would have been me.
My first day there, I was hired to move some cars around, and That lasted for about 15 minutes. Hey, we need you to go back there and help. No.
Not today, not yet, man.
But I had a kid on the ground and one on the way, and we needed the money, so I sucked it up and
Did what you had to do.
here I am now.
You know, I was talking to a buddy.
I got 3 on the ground, still need money.
Yeah, if y'all want to donate to the children's
Man, these
fund.
people, they never donate to my emergency needs.
Yeah, we have that new emergency needs children's fund. If you'd like to donate to, you can do it through Spirit Media. It's 501c3. We'll redirect the funds and make sure that it's completely legal and all that
If you
good
donate cash, it's 501 to me.
stuff. It's 501 to me. Yeah, I was thinking of something the other day, Billy. You know, you talking about your kids and you know, doing what you have to do, right? And and I wouldn't say I've overextended myself, but there's some things that I want to help out where I can, and I've learned to say no, and I've said no to a lot of things. Had a really great opportunity to serve on a board with the university. Someone had reached out, and it was an honor to be asked. But man, after I read into it and looked at it, I said, "There's no way. There's just no way." And with my wife's work schedule now, and me basically working 2 full-time jobs, I'm not saying this, with any pity for me or whatever. It's just part of life. All of us have something. But I'm in no position to do much in the evenings, and I've missed a lot of wonderful events lately because I just cannot.
Well,
Bridget's working till 7. I got to pick up the kids at 5. That's it. The day's over.
And people, I see this in my day-to-day life. It's like a normal person has one thing that they're truly involved in, and that one thing has, 1 or 2 meetings a month, and they can be so passionate towards that one thing. But then there's people like me and you that wind up being involved in 25 things.
Yeah.
And most of them have weekly meetings, and there's some of them that are lunch meetings, or some of them that's after work meetings, and it's just so people come to you and they get upset that you won't
be a part,
join their little thing over here because it's twice a month. I mean, it's no big deal, right? Well,
that twice
you start
a month adds
adding
up.
all that stuff up, man. That's like putting a bean in your hand. You got 1 or 2, it's not bad. But if you're trying to hold 100 of them,
yeah. No, and there's a lot of great things. Like I missed one thing I was thinking of just now that I missed was our FCA banquet. I'm on the board with the Fellowship of Christian. I love the organization, Angela and Robert and the whole staff. But they do such a great job, and I really hated to miss that. And that organization, they're understanding as a Christian organization. They understand, but there's other things that I wanted to do that I couldn't do, and I'm not calling anybody out, but there's a couple of people that just seem like they're real upset at me. In fact, I messaged a buddy of mine, and I told him, I said, man, I just feel like, people start to become against you, and you don't. But I told him this. I said, but I'm never, ever, ever going to apologize for putting my kids first. Like, I'm sorry, man, but my children come first. Obviously, my wife, but my children my family comes first, and 5 o'clock, that's it. And there was a couple people who were upset about something, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, you don't have kids, all right? You've got one job. You make enough to support your entire family, and you don't have to go pick up. You don't have the privilege of getting to pick up children from school. And if you did have children, you got family that could help watch them. I'm not saying we don't have any family. We have friends here who are like family who would help us out. But there's certain times to where it just doesn't work. And so I've been very clear that after 5 o'clock, that's it. And the HMH had asked me to help with, and they weren't HMH, by the way. No one there was mad at me, so I wanted to make this isn't anything about that. But HMH has asked me to help out with an event they're having, and I looked at it and I said, okay, this is doable, because it still allows me to do my work that I need to do, and I'll be able to pick up the children in time. So I was like, yeah, perfect. But if it's something that lingers on into the evening, no way, can't do it, man. I'm already planning, though, for this year for football for New Waverly, which we're going to be covering again. That's a whole nother fun story, but we'll be covering New Waverly football this year, and looking forward to it. But I've already got some things in place because Bridget's work schedule, and that's why I couldn't cover their basketball and baseball this season. But we've got a plan in place now to be able to cover all that. And for Fridays, it's doable for me to have someone help watch the kids every Friday because – we're generating sponsor revenue, so I'll have a little bit of extra money to pay somebody. But I just don't have money laying around to hire somebody to watch the kids whenever we need to. So yeah, a lot going on, man. So there's Rob's rant on a Faithful Friday.
You know what my rant is? And this is totally my fault.
We need to have an intro for this, by the way. Billy's rants.
Billy's rants. Just, I work a lot of weekends because people want funerals on weekends because they're off. Mm-hmm. But, we don't get off on weekends. And it just, I don't know, when you're working 14 days straight and then everywhere you turn, like especially listening to the radio, hey guys, we made it to Friday at 5, enjoy the weekend.
Must be nice.
It's like, yeah, it must be nice, you broccoli head. And then everyone, whoo, we took the jet skis out this weekend and da-da-da-da-da. We did this and we did that. And, well, what did you do? I worked.
Yep.
And when we weren't working, we were working. And then we went to church on top of it,
I had somebody, and they mean well, but they said, hey, Rob, you just got to slow down. You got to slow down. And I look at it like I'm not really going 100,000 miles an hour. It's just that I stay busy. And the reason I can't just slow down because the bills don't slow down. And I get you got to step away every once in a while and take a break. And I do. I really do. I don't
know how to do that. Honest to God, I do not know.
But I can't slow down. I got bills to pay, man. And if somebody calls and something comes up, it's go, 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 man. And you know how that is in your business.
Yeah, that's like I told Jason, when we hired him. I said, there's people. This job is either 100 miles an hour or 0. Mm-hmm. And I said, you'll watch that there's people that when there's nothing to do, they don't do anything, and then when there's something to do, they have to go 100 miles an hour. I said, if there's one thing that I can tell you, and you'll listen to me, do 50. Go 50 miles an hour all the time.
That's it.
Be one step ahead of it. That way, when we do, something happens, you're not in an all panic. You already got most of it done, and you're just able to, imagine a vehicle that when you crank it up, put it in gear, and you drove it 50 miles per hour, put it on the interstate, and drove it 50 miles an hour. Whew, that thing would probably run forever, right? As long as you can put gas in it. But you take a car, imagine firing it up and hitting the gas, jump it up to 100 miles an hour, and then shut it off. You're only going to do that several times. You're going to blow that thing up. So try to just maintain an even kill. Just you don't have to kill yourself. Just coast.
No further inspiration on the show.
There you go.
Billy brought it.
Turn it off.
You ever heard of that before? Did you just come up with that right now?
That's what I told Jason. Whenever we hired him,
one of the best things I've ever heard.
There's directors in my business that they do that. Of course, none of the people at my place, but when there's nothing to do, they're off, taking their boat or vacationing or whatever. And then when something happens, they're in panic mode versus just always being ready in front of it. Keep things stocked. Keep, office supplies to everything. Just stay ready. Stay ready,
man. That's really good. It's kind of, you just keep your foot on the gas pedal, but don't floor it.
Yeah, just coast, man. Just
I like that, Billy.
Nice Sunday drive on a Monday.
See, that's how I feel when you're saying all this. That's how I don't feel like I go. Sometimes I do have to floor it a little bit more. I think we all do. Mm-hmm. But I kind of feel like my foot's always halfway on the gas pedal. I really do. And and honestly, I wouldn't want it to be any other way. I don't want to take it completely off because then I'll just. It's like I heard a story of this guy. He worked for New York subway system for 80 years. Started when he was 20 years old and said, if I make it to 100, I'll retire when I'm 100. They let him work there till he was 100 years old, and he retired. The guy was in great health, great shape, been working 80 years straight. Right, 2 weeks after he retired, he passed away. Mm-hmm. It's because he took his foot completely off the gas pedal. That's all he'd ever known for 80 years. I'm sure somebody told him, well, you better slow down. You're not going to. Well, he worked there for 80 years. He was 100 years old.
Well, and that's kind of like you take an older couple and one of the spouses passed away and, everyone goes to the remaining spouse and they're like, hey, you need to relax, take it easy, let us do this for you. And, we'll cook and we'll clean. And no. If you become sedative like that, then it's downhill. I was talking with a lady yesterday that's kind of in a roundabout way. She's family, and her husband passed away, and I went out to visit with her, and she's like, everyone's trying to help, but I want to stay busy, so I've been doing this and I've been doing that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say. I said, yes, ma'am. You keep doing that. You keep yourself busy.
Yeah.
And if you feel that you need a good cry, then you have yourself a good cry, but then you get back to it. Because so many times I've seen people that they gave up.
Yeah.
And that's,
My mom is she'll be 80 before too long. And I love my mama. I call her every day. Sometimes I call her twice a day. I call her almost every day at lunch, and we just have a little quick chat. And every day I call her, if she ain't sick, she's always, what are you doing, Mom? I'm outside. I'm doing this. She's always outside doing something.
My mother, you could probably drive by the house right now, and she's outside, bent over, doing something.
That's my mom, man.
Pulling weeds or pavers. I'm not going to give her secret out, but she's figured out how to get pavers at an extremely discounted rate. And somehow or another, she manages to get them loaded at the store, unloaded at our house, and then she's moving these things around in a wagon, and she's
You're like, Mom, what are you doing?
building the Lois Cawthon Express Highway there around her house, and it's every day. It's like the road construction out here. Every day there's a lane shift.
She's just creating activity, man.
Yeah.
Activity creates activity. That's what she's doing.
Oh, I guess even better. She bought this pear tree. We still have, but pear trees.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I look like a pear, by the way.
Yeah, pear shape. She bought this pear tree, and she was so proud of this thing, and got it planted, and then got to reading the little tag on it. And the pear, whatever type of pear tree it was, it's not for human or animal consumption.
Well, how is that possible?
So she researched it, and apparently it makes these little pears that are about the size of an olive, and they're so bitter that you can't eat them.
Well, what's the point of having the tree
Well,
then?
that was my question.
Who invented that thing?
I don't know.
Because the Lord made the...
Who sold it to my mother is a better
Well,
question.
see, the good Lord makes everything, but
You
somebody...
Home Depot associates better be on the lookout.
Yeah, somebody engineered... you know what they call that in the IT world? They over-engineered that thing.
They did something.
They over-engineered that thing. Hey, real quick, we're going to take a break in just a few moments. We've got some Wine Down, Whiskey Up tickets that we are giving away today. And all you have to do, Billy, is text in the keyword wine. That's WINE. Text in the keyword wine. This is courtesy of the Huntsville DBA, Wine Down, Whiskey Up tickets. We are having them today. We've got several of them to give away. And all you got to do right now, text in that keyword wine along with your name to 936-339-0139. This is an event that's happening tomorrow afternoon and evening, where you can kind of stroll the square, go visit shops. You can have a chance. And look, even if you don't drink wine or whiskey, they have other drinks there. You can still, have a soda, have something else, and walk around the square, get to meet local business owners, and your chance to win 500 downtown dollars that you can spend at downtown businesses. So there's going to be a great night. Again, you don't have to consume alcoholic beverages to enjoy this night. Bridget and I are planning on going down there hopefully and looking forward to it. Just meeting folks and the businesses downtown. More information is online at huntsvilledba.com. You can find out more information on that. And we had Pam Oliver on a little bit earlier this week, and she talked about it. And I started looking. I said, man, that's great. It's the whole point of it, obviously, is Wine Down, Whiskey Up. So it's downtown merchants hosting Texas wineries and distilleries. So you can grab your friends, enjoy a night on the downtown square from 4 to 8 o'clock. This is going to be tomorrow. Ticket prices, they include 16 tastings at 16 locations. Boy, that's a lot. Unique local wineries, distilleries will be hosted. Downtown merchants, shopping specials, live music, and an opportunity to be a winner in the $500 Downtown Dollars drawing. Very limited availability, by the way. I think they only have 500 tickets. Well, we managed to get our paws on 8 of them to give away. And so, again, text in that keyword wine to 936-339-0139. Billy, let's take a brief break. When we come back, we got a special birthday shout-out today to a young man that's out there. So we're going to sing happy birthday to a clone of someone that we know. And I guess when you're a father, you kind of clone yourself in a way.
The Lord knows I did.
Yeah, boy, your son sound. When I talked to that boy, I saw him. You know what? Your boy went out and voted the other day.
He
said,
sure did.
Is he already,
first time to vote, yeah.
Is he already 18 years old?
Mm-hmm.
And
He's graduating here in a couple of days, and he's already starting college EMT program right at
wow.
I'm getting old, man. I'm finna get one of them walkers with a horn on it like this one.
Yeah.
And some mirrors.
Me. Well, yeah, I saw him, and he pulled a Rob Hip. It was, they shut down the polls at 7. He was there about 6:56, and we started talking. And I said, buddy, you better get in there quick because they're going to shut this thing down. But tremendous young man. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, there's old Billy Jr.
His mama's
right there.
done good with him.
Yeah, daddy fair, mama good.
Daddy was at the funeral home.
All right, we're going to take a break. Stay with us. More to come as we continue on this very faithful Friday, as always brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are your hometown experts in celebrating life. Stay with us. We'll be back here in just a few moments on Good Morning Huntsville.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Hey friends, Rob Hip, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
Hello, First Baptist Huntsville. This is Jeremy Stallnecker with the Mighty Oaks Foundation, and I'm sitting in my home studio today recording some different things for our organization. But I wanted to stop quickly and say hello and tell you how excited I am to be with you on May 25th. That is Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to have a wonderful time together. I feel very honored to be able to spend this time with you. As you know, this is an important weekend, a very important holiday. as we remember the sacrifices of the men and women who've gone before us, those who gave their lives, paid the ultimate sacrifice that we could enjoy the freedoms that we do. Very, very important time, and I am excited to be able to spend that time with you. We're going to talk about Memorial Day, what it means, why it's important, and how we can live our lives in light of the sacrifices made by others. Again, very excited to be with you this Memorial Day weekend, Sunday, May 25th.
All right, friends, back at it as we continue on today. Welcome on in here to Good Morning Huntsville, brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral. Boy, they've been with us over 2 years on this show now. You know what I like about what we do, Billy? Inflation hasn't it?
Or something.
Inflation.
We're inflating? What?
No inflation here. We haven't changed our rates on anybody. I said, you know what? If you're going to be good to us and stay with us, we're going to be good to you and stay with you.
Is that what you said?
That's exactly. I just said that just now.
I just heard it.
No, there was a place I used to work. Well, we got to go up 15% every year to keep up with the time. And I get it. I get some things you got to get up. But the Lord has blessed us with people continuing to come in to where I don't have to be part of the inflation problem. Does that make sense? You know, we got, and I'm not bashing if you get, I understand you get, some people got to raise it, but us, I said, we've been blessed enough to where I don't have to raise the rates on. Now, I did for Raise a Hope. I did raise the rates on that, but our foundation support, none of that. You know, I said, we're just going to keep it going the way it is, and we're going to keep working. We're going to keep doing what we do. Mm-hmm. And by goodness, we're doing it.
Our cremation price has been the same for a long time.
Ain't nobody got time.
For that.
Hey, how about this? 65 degrees today as you're waking up. 84% Huntsville humidity. I like that. You know, I always call it the Huntsville humidity. 78 today.
Oh, is that the high?
Oh, buddy. Look. Oh, man, it's going to be a beautiful day. You want to go out to the lake?
Yeah, we'll ride jet skis.
Yeah. You want to hit a few golf balls, Bubba?
Yeah, matter of fact, God, you just... I drove by, there was a guy that was outside yesterday polishing his boat hooked to his truck, and I'm thinking... Why? Where are you going? Shouldn't you be at work?
You ever do it? So, look, man.
You know, and Greg tells me to take time off. It's not him. It's me.
Well, yeah.
Maybe if I had a big old fiberglass ski boat like Homeboy did, I'd...
Yeah, that you could be polishing up. You know what? You even called me one day and you said, let's go play golf this weekend.
Yeah, we tried.
It didn't work, did it? Dude? I thought something was wrong. You go, hey, man, I just need to come over and play some golf. I said, are you all right? Yeah, I just want to play some golf. And then it didn't work out.
I don't think people get it. Like, I don't get weekends off. Because if I do get a weekend where I am not at the funeral home, I am obligated to something else that normally takes the entire weekend.
Oh, yeah. No,
especially when I was involved with scouting, you know. My weekends off, I was sleeping on the ground. I mean, tell me how fun that is.
Hey, did you ever get to go to, doesn't the scouts go to, New Mexico or something and go on this big hike?
Philmont. I did it.
Brian Godow. You know Brian?
Sure do.
Mr. G?
Mr. G.
He's
a good man.
He's a very good man. He does so much here with our kids here at the church, and he volunteers. He's so involved with kids. He's such a good man. And he was just telling me about how he's getting ready for that. And he goes, I've been going for 7 years, but I don't know how many more I can go. Because he trains for it. He goes and runs up and down some stairs somewhere around here.
With Troop 98, we would, through the avenues, the college.
That was it. Yeah, the college. He said, boy, and he goes, I'm getting out of breath doing that.
Oh, yeah, because you don't really realize it driving around. But if you get out and walk it, and on top of that, we have our backpacks on and we weight them, we overweight. They have a recommended packing list that keeps your pack at a certain weight. But when you're training, you overweigh it. That way, whenever you do get there, your pack is lighter. And two, that also helps with the elevation because you're at a different elevation up there. But no, matter of fact, I'm getting ready to start training for it again, even though I don't necessarily know if I'm going back. But the training, I was in the best shape of my life when we were training for that.
Man, you need to get me into the scouting stuff because my little boy, what age can they start that at?
Kindergarten.
So, see, I need to get Caden ready for this. Yeah. I'll never forget.
Now, look, at the kindergarten age, you're not going to be doing any great adventures, but you're going to be gluing stuff to paper with popsicle sticks. And
I'll never forget my dad wanted to get my brother involved in the scouting there in Georgetown. And let's just say it didn't work out. My dad was kind of a no nonsense, like have your ducks in a row or don't bother me because I got other things to do. And I know here you guys have your ducks in a row with the scouting.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we've had Carla on. We've talked to so many people and so many wonderful people over the years now. And but boy, in Georgetown, let me just call them out. At least then, in the late '80s, early '90s, boy, they did not have things on ducks in a row. And I'll never forget. We walked in to some I guess it was like an orientation night to learn about what it is. And we were in there about 10 minutes, and I was tiny, but my brother was at the age to where, this could be something great for him. And I remember my dad bringing us up there. My dad starts looking around, and there's just people don't even know what they're doing. And my dad starts asking questions, and nobody can give him a direct answer. And I'll just never forget my dad I won't say the words, but it was, it was something that comes out of a bull. And he told the guy that, and he turned around and walked out, and he says, "We're not doing this, boys." Now, if we would have been in Huntsville, we would have did it because you guys have your ducks in a row.
The local scouting community here is a diverse group of people, but you're right. They do have their stuff together.
Yeah,
and
I remember
these are,
they couldn't answer my dad's questions.
Like Mr. G, Mr. Fazaro. I mean, these are people that have been doing. Larry Fazaro was my 5th grade teacher. He was also my scoutmaster. He is still involved in scouting.
Man, that's awesome.
He is still going with them. It's amazing. I mean, he's at least 30, 35, 40 years
wow.
And he is still actively going and doing these things. So, yeah, there's a wealth of knowledge in our scouting community that you just might not get everywhere else.
I'll be honest, I never thought about it until I moved to this community, and honestly until I got to know you and see your passion for it and your children and, going through it. And I said, I really, really would like to get my boy involved in that. Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm really excited. The other day we were at Costco. They had a tent on sale. And I don't have the money to do it. I mean, I'm trying to, like I joked earlier, got to take out a second mortgage for the dog. We had some support, but there's still a lot that we're having to come up with. And I was like, but that's too good of a deal just to pass up on that tent. And so I bought a tent over at Costco, and we put that thing up in the driveway, and I started getting excited about going camping. The kids loved it. Where are we going, Daddy? Where are we going?
I'll never forget when I took James. James's cousin actually got him in. James's cousin's a year older than him, so Parker is his name. Parker got in at the ground level, and James, they have a program called Me Too. That way, like younger siblings and stuff can be involved. So I took Parker and James camping, and I had a long wheelbase, a long box Ford pickup, and I had that thing from back to front, full of stuff to go camping.
Oh, that's fun.
Now, this is what makes me laugh, and y'all might not find this funny, because back then, boy, we had that sucker. I mean, every crevice had something in it, and it was full. And now when me and James go, we might take a small backpack each.
And that's it, huh?
That's it.
Wow.
You don't need all that mess.
Don't need it.
Oh, man, we could have been stranded out there like Survivor Island or something. I'd have had everything we needed.
Don't bring a TV for your tent.
You don't need that. You don't need that.
No, just need a campfire and
a chair to sit in and a pillow
and a marshmallow. Do you need that? Can you bring a marshmallow? Is that all right?
Oh, absolutely. It's highly suggested.
Yeah. Hey, special announcement this morning. Saw a comment pop up on a friend's social media feed. Sometimes, thank goodness for social media, so we can keep up with our friends every once in a while, and I'm thankful for it. I know some people aren't. I am. That's how we do this show. If we didn't have social media, we wouldn't be able to reach people. Mm-hmm. But I was scrolling this morning, and I said, you know what? I'm going to remember this today. Young man out there turns 15 years old today.
Oh, man.
And so I just wanted to say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jordan. Happy birthday to you.
You smell like a zoo.
It smells like brisket. Probably. He's helping his dad.
Yeah.
Jordan Kreiner, 15 years old today. Happy birthday to Jordan.
Also a proud member of Troop 98.
All right, there you go. Troop 98 and a birthday.
Here's another one. Mr. Robert Kane, Bob Kane. Mr. Bob.
Hey, he was on the show.
He was. He's a district executive with the Scout type thing
Really?
there, man. I'm sure he'll chime in and tell me what his official job position title thing is, but I just know him as Mr. Bob, and if Mr. Bob shows up, you've got to answer some questions or whatever, but he really helps the Scouts, man. He's very passionate.
I appreciate you bringing him on last week. That was a lot of fun getting to know him, doing a lot for our veterans here and helping them out.
That's my buddy, man. I tell you, if I'm in a bind, it's Mr. Bob.
That's him.
Yep.
Well, hey, do us a favor. Let us know that you're out there this morning. We'd love to hear from you. Just send in a comment, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. We see those comments. LinkedIn also. If you're listening on the Spirit Radio FM app this morning, obviously you can't comment in, but we know that you're out there as well. And I do want to remind you again, if you'd like to go to the Wind Down Whiskey Up tomorrow, it's Saturday from 4 to 8 in the downtown square. You can text in the keyword WINE, W-I-N-E, along with your name to 936-339-0139. Billy, wanted to highlight a couple of things. We have finally officially announced a launch date and all of our sponsorship opportunities for our third annual Rays of Hope. This is a donation drive-through fundraiser. We also collect cash and other things to give back to several area nonprofits, partnering up with many of the same again this year because it's been a successful partnership with the Care Center Huntsville. They provide pregnancy resources to families who are just getting started or maybe just need a little bit of extra help and education. So we definitely support the Care Center of Huntsville. Our friends over at Safe House, who have been a partner with us now for the third consecutive year, so supporting Safe House. The Good Shepherd Mission, Monty has done just a phenomenal job over there as the new executive director. Dave was there for so many years and did such a wonderful job as well, but Monty has came in and continued that legacy, so we're supporting our friends at the Good Shepherd Mission. Also, HISD Social Services. Sally Dowis, I think, has stepped down now after all these years. They had a going-away party for her the other day. But we're still going to support the HISD Social Services. And then last but certainly not least, the Tomorrow's Promise Education Foundation for the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. So those are the 5 partners that we have chose to partner up with again this year as they need those resources, and we just really enjoy it. If you're just watching, maybe for the first time, don't know what Raise a Hope is, it is our annual fundraiser that we do to bless area nonprofits and to give back to the community. It will be held Thursday, June the 5th at the HEB parking lot from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll have tents out there, and all you got to do is drive by. We're going to have hourly raffles, so if you come by and you have a $20 donation cash, you'll be able to receive our limited edition Rays of Hope t-shirt. Those change every year. We got a new logo for this year. So $20 will get you a t-shirt. Also, we'll enter you in. Let's say you drop off during the 9 a.m. hour where you're going to be in a 9 a.m. raffle. Every hour we have a raffle for whoever comes by and donates. And so last year, Elliot's Jewelers provided jewelry every single hour. So we're going to continue some of that, but we're also going to throw in some extra gifts as well this year. So it'll be a really awesome time to come out, support nonprofits, but then you know what? Maybe a chance to win some things as well. And we do have a lot of sponsorship opportunities available, whether it be hourly sponsors. Our foundation gets dibs on that first, but we're going to open that up on Tuesday of next week. So if you'd like to sponsor an hour, you can come out, have a live interview, talk about your business, why it's important to give back. We'll have those opportunities. Swag bags, maybe you got some things that you want to put in a bag because we give a bag to every single person that comes through and donates. You can put in some goodies in there. So an opportunity to reach people that way. And usually several hundred people come through that and donate. So it's a really good face-to-face, hands-on way to meet the community. I know some people say, well, for $100 I can throw an ad on Facebook and reach 10,000 people. True, but you're not going to reach them face-to-face. And so through our event, you can reach people face-to-face. So we've got that opportunity. Also, our T-shirts, those are starting to become a tradition for many people here in the community. They want to collect those every year. And if you'd like your logo on the back of the shirt, we'll definitely promote you that way as well. And look, that's not going to get you a whole lot of business. I'm just going to be honest. But it does show your name aligned with us, and it's a good way to help us pay for those T-shirts because we got to pay Advantage to do them. And so, if you'd like to sponsor the T-shirt, then go ahead and do that. Billy and I you know, we always joke about, hey, can you put your logo on my T-shirt for me? So come on and be a part of that. Donnie Smith, your brother-in-law, joining us this morning.
My brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law from Gensel Heating and Air. They have been a supporter since day one of that. Sky Carlton, by the way, over at Deep Clean, Texas, they said we want to sponsor everything this year. And so she messaged me last night, her and Brad, and appreciate them. They're going to sponsor
tell her I got them kids. I need some help.
Yeah. So great opportunities, and we would love to have your support so we can do this in a really big way. Not for us, but a big way to give back. And a big thank you to Zach Berry over at HEB, also bringing in Spirit Radio FM this morning to be a part of, or that morning to be a part of it as well. And, of course, here at Hello Huntsville. So I'm looking forward to it, man. You guys have been a huge part. I know that first year you showed up at, 6 a.m. with a whole chest full of water, man.
Oh, God, yeah, man. Like the
poor guy.
Yeah.
He's like, what did I get into with this garbage?
I learned a lot. God, I learned a lot.
But we're going to do that again. We're going to have all sorts of things. HEB's donating hot dogs again, and so Jason, grills up the hot dogs. It just ends up being it's a long day, but it's a fun day. And I thought of this idea because so many people give back during Christmas that everybody wants to give during Christmas, but people kind of forget about the summer months.
Yeah, kind of runs dry when it gets hot.
Yeah, and we changed it. I think that first year we did it in August. I think it was a little bit later.
Ooh, yeah.
And so we moved it back.
That's the year the canopy flew away.
Yeah,
oh man, that was great.
That was an amateur hour over there trying to
We have learned a lot.
Oh man! And do you know now when I go somewhere and people don't have their canopies weighted down, I kind of get mad. I really do. Georgetown has a rule that anything they have downtown, that there's a rule that you have to have a fire extinguisher and you have to have your canopy weighted down. And think about this. Somewhere, somebody's canopy caught on fire or it blew away, and that's why they had to enact that rule.
I get it. I get it.
Makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
Ours just plumb took off, broke two of them. One of them almost got damaged.
Yeah, it was almost out there in 11th Street.
Yeah. And by the way, if you'd like to just volunteer, we're hoping to have the Sam Houston women's basketball team. They come out every year. The LEAP ambassadors, Mike Yon's group, we're hoping that they can come out. But even as an individual, if you'd like to come out and be a part of that, we'd love to have your support. Cherie Brabbits came out and helped us last year.
It's fun just to come out and visit with everybody and talk and, carry on a little bit.
Just hang out.
Yep, so have a good time.
Bring your lunch here. Come hang out.
Doing something good.
Fun part is when people drive by, it's just fun to accept their items and tell those people thank you. So please come out, be a part of that, and we would love for your support as well. There's a lot of cost that goes into the signage, into the shirts. I put together the bags every year. I buy the stickers. And so there's a lot of work and cost that goes on behind the scenes. So don't think whenever you're donating that you're giving that money to us here at Hello Huntsville. It goes to pay for that. And then, hopefully we've got a lot left over that we can actually give back some cash to the nonprofits as well.
Yeah, and I will tell you that the stuff that gets donated, we do split it up by organizations, and me and Rob and everyone else, we go and offload and deliver, and like I always do the pregnancy care center, I always help you with that, and then the Good Shepherd, we've done that twice now.
Yep.
I know you've done it, but it's
no, you're there. You've been there.
I
with
mean,
me.
like you could actually physically see where we're taking this stuff. I mean, it's not like me and Rob are taking it home, deciding who's getting the sardines and who's getting the SpaghettiOs,
dropping it off in your garage.
I mean, there's times.
Yeah. There's been times where I'm looking through and I'm like, man, that looks like some good macaroni. Yeah. No. It's going to Good Shepherd Bishop.
And I guarantee you'll get 2 cans of pink salmon.
Yeah. It's all good, man. Yeah. So, be a part of that, and we'll continue to release information on social media. But we'd love for your support, and if you can help out with that, come on and be a part of it, and let's celebrate all things good here in Huntsville. That is we do 2 major fundraisers every year now. The first one is the Share the Love for Senior Citizens that we carried on from HLI 42, and now it's the Rays of Hope. And we are working on another very patriotic fundraiser that we're going to be having, and we'll announce that down the road. But I've been wanting to do something like this for 4 or 5 years, and I said Huntsville's the perfect community for it. And I can tease it, but I can't let you know anything other than that. It's going to be something surrounding the patriotic spirit of Huntsville. All right, man. Well, good morning here to everybody. Let us know you're out there. We want to give a little time to shine for a few folks, Billy, so we're going to crank up the music here. You ready for this?
Yep.
Here it is.
Let's do it.
Here it is.
Where are we going?
It's your time to shine. Let's get that fake radio voice now.
Your time to shine here on Good Morning Huntsville. Every time I do that, I kind of get sore in my chest. I feel a few hairs growing. You got any chest hairs, Billy? One? Yeah. I have like a wing right here, and that's it, man.
just not a hairy person.
No. Kyle Kreiner, first commenter this morning. Quentin, you missed out, man. Kyle Kreiner saying good morning. Jamie Saucier, that's our good buddy over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
So thankful, Jamie, that your wife is at home.
Yes, very much.
We are continuing to pray for her, but we love you, man. Jamie Saucier, good morning. Quentin Glaze, number one engager, but he's the third commenter. Do you know Quentin?
Yeah, those are rookie numbers.
You know Quentin, though? Have you met him in person?
I think I have, yeah.
Everything that we publish, I call him a number. He comments, he likes everything that we do. It helps us out.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Thank you, Quentin. Kyle Kreiner, by the way. Y'all pray for me. Sitting here at the DMV waiting to add another driver in the house. Happy birthday, Jordan.
Oh, I guess they're getting his permit.
The old permit. Autumn Wheaton joining us today. Good morning, family. Jennifer Augustinetti. She's our number one Raise a Hope supporter, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Showed up 6:30 that first year. Got a shirt right away.
She ain't helped me unload that ice chest full of water, though.
Come on, Jennifer. Fabulous Friday. Happy Mother's Day, by the way, to all the mamas on Sunday. How did we forget?
Who said we forgot?
Well, I forgot to mention it today.
Oh.
I didn't forget about Sunday.
Have you got your mother something?
I'm gonna send her something.
Yeah, I'm gonna send myself.
I can't go home.
We get some pavers.
There's a wagon, put a radio flyer.
I'm gonna put some air in your tires, Mama.
Hey, get her a radio flyer. Although they don't make them like they used to. You know, they're not metal anymore.
Oh, she's got that metal one from Harbor Freight, with the big tires on it.
So get her a new one, Billy. Fill it full of pavers and put it in a bow and put it out the front door. Say, Mama, come on, got something for you. Make her a sign that says Coffin Highway, but spell it Chauthin.
I-N, yeah. Well, that's the latest. It's E-N, not I-N.
Happy Mother's Day. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Thank you. How about Joe Shorey joining us? Good morning. You know, his wife, they're opening up an art gallery over at the Huntsville Executive Office Suites.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's coming up real soon. We'll publish that for you guys. Oh, and where Sandra's Kitchen is, new restaurant coming in over there.
Oh, yeah?
I messaged John Smither. I'm trying to get the lowdown from JS, from Brother Jay over there. But I drove by, and this was on the door. Building permit number 25-1277. That's important. Look what it says. Is this what it means? Change of tenant El Pescador?
Mm-hmm.
El Pescador has something to do with the fishing. It's like means the fishing or something like that in Spanish. I Googled it, couldn't find. But here's the thing that confused me. It says contractor El Pescador. Did you take the same thing?
We don't announce that, but that's what I'm having to deal with.
Oh, no. Where's that at?
Over by the First Financial Bank.
Oh. Yeah, well. Hometown, buddy. Means a lot. Grace joining us this morning. Grace Wakefield joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Grace. Autumn Wheaton says, man, you ever like scratch something, you smell blood? I can only imagine where you're going with this, Billy.
In local weather.
Yeah, look, I scratched that and like I smelled like that. What is it that what do you call that? Like that lead smell? I look, whatever this was on my arm. Autumn says, you say turn it up, and here, Crowder, kick it up with you. Kick it up with you, Billy. Kick it up with you. Brian Smith, Fargo, joining us. Happy Friday morning, Rob in Huntsville. He never says hi to Billy, though.
Yeah.
Come on, Brian.
I guess because I won't travel to Fargo.
Oh, yeah, you betcha.
You betcha, eh?
Christine Mitchell joining us. Good morning. El Turpening. New Waverly, Texas in the house. Kyle Kreiner. I always have to double check these comments before I throw them up on the screen.
Yeah.
Anytime we cook, we've got to look out for the big dog who will reach up, snatch a fresh meal when you turn your back, cooked or not. The big dog. Michelle Cardenas, who cheated on us, thinks she's awesome now, left us, went to the governor's office. We miss you, Michelle.
She's probably having breakfast with him right now.
Yeah. We do. We miss you, Michelle.
Eating grapefruits with them funky little spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like scooping it out.
I have one of those.
You really?
Yes,
Have you ever
I do.
used it?
Yeah.
On the grapefruit?
Yes. You don't eat your ice cream with it. You know?
Jerica from Fargo joining us. Jerica, I wanted to say something to you. I hope you don't mind. Jerica she got some new glasses and posted a picture, and she said she doesn't like taking pictures of herself often. Jerica, I just want to tell you, you're a very beautiful young lady, and you are such a wonderful person. And so don't ever feel, I'm just going to say this, don't ever feel like you're not important or that you're not valued, because you are. And just you watching this show and saying hi to us, you know, we joke about a lot, but we miss you whenever we don't see that Jerica.
Yeah, when people don't comment in that normally comment in,
we notice.
Kind of like, where's our friend? You know?
So you're our friend from all the way up there, Jerica, and I just wanted to tell you that.
And if you need us to send blankets and coats and stuff, we can do that.
We could, yeah. What did Autumn say here? You know, we have the grandma of Huntsville, Carolyn Gibson, and she says, I guess that makes Billy the good neighbor of Huntsville.
Oh, I'm not a good neighbor.
Like a good neighbor.
Billy is here.
The Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
No, you don't want that one, man.
Let me check your pulse.
Kyle said for $100 a day, you can sponsor a hungry Kathleen, put them in shoes, fund their streaming game accounts. College is expensive, folks. Please donate to Save the Cawthon Fund International. But he didn't put an E in there. He put an I on purpose because he didn't want to get your family in trouble.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got
that's
you.
why
That
he
was
did
like
it.
copyright infringements.
Donnie Smith, Donnie joining us. TxDOT needs to have your mom as a consultant, by the way.
They should.
It's a good comment. The Horn family joining.
Well, she says all the time, like, well, they didn't ask me if they could do that.
You're driving down 45. Well, they didn't ask about that new exit ramp.
Yeah, you just need to talk to Mama.
Yeah. The Horns joining us. Have an amazing day and wonderful weekend. Robert was joining us, too. He said also the Assistant District Commissioner for Arrow Moon District in the Sam Houston Area Council.
He's involved, man. He's
Very involved.
Yeah.
Unit Commissioner. He was correcting you. Remember you said you got to
Yeah,
right?
I never can remember what his official.
Unit Commissioner for all of the Huntsville Scouting America.
Yeah.
A lot of others join us. Phyllis Dillard, good morning to you. Hey, wanted to mention this, too. Tara Burnett popped this up. You'll be in it.
Yeah.
Clay Talsworth's Memorial Ride tomorrow will start at the American Legion, Post 95, there off of, I say that road by the high school. What is that road?
2821.
2821, right over there by the police station.
Yeah.
You know that road, and that's where the Post 95 is.
You know what the name of the street the American Legion's on?
American Legion.
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
Yeah.
It's like American Legion, right?
Yeah.
Tons of silent auction items, amazing food, great music. Stacy Lawler and T-shirts by Ink Slingers turned out amazing, so come support the family. You guys will be in that.
Yeah.
Cruising the Jeep. I'm going to just drive the F-150.
You know what road the Elks Lodge is on?
Elks Drive, yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, check that out.
And we need to have a Hello Huntsville Way. You know, I'm going to rename, what is this, 13th right here or whatever? Avenue J, and then there's 13th.
Is
I
it?
think.
Yeah, I think you. Mm-hmm.
We're going to rename that Avenue. We'll rename Avenue J to Huntsville Way. Kind of flows.
Okay.
Yeah, Hello Huntsville Way. Mike English. Do you know Mike English?
Yes.
Yeah.
I sure do.
He's saying good morning to Billy.
Well, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. So there you go.
Yeah, I think him and my mom used to work together at the state.
Probably helps with the paving stones.
I don't know.
Never
She's
know.
It's hard to get. It is not. Let me rephrase that. It's not hard to get on that crew, but you will quit.
Couple of things going on today. We're going to sign off here pretty quick. By the way, if you've texted in your final opportunity, we're going to just text winners after because we're not going to call 8 people. We did have a lot of texts come in. If you'd like those Wind Down Whiskey Up tickets, now is your final opportunity, and we will get those to you today somehow so you can be there tomorrow. But text in right now. The keyword is wine, W-I-N-E, to 936-339-0139. Those are $40 value each. They give us $320 worth of tickets, Billy. Today is National Homefront Heroes Day. Thank you to all that serve. National Alphabet Magnet Day. Boy, I miss a good alphabet magnet.
Oh, yeah, with the multicolors on the refrigerator.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you used to spell out words that you're not supposed to spell out. Because, your parents would say you don't say those words, but you thought it was okay to spell those words. I had a T-shirt when I was a kid. I was probably 8 years old, and it said Class of 84. And Mom taught me how to sew. Now, do you know where I'm going with this already? And I don't know why I had a Class of 84 shirt. I was born in 84, but I was the class. Mama taught me how to sew. She had a bunch of old material laying around. and you already know where I'm going with this. When it said class of 84, what do you think I did? Covered up part of that word to make it say something else.
Gotcha.
Put that shirt on. Mom said, take that shirt off. You can't wear that around. National Sleepover Day. Going to sleep anywhere tonight, Billy?
Yeah, I plan on sleeping in my bed. Lord knows I need it.
Butterscotch Brownie Day today.
Never had a butterscotch brownie. No. I do like butterscotch.
See, I'm not a butterscotch guy.
Oh man, yeah, you're just not old enough.
National Lost Sock Memorial Day. Are y'all doing anything special at the funeral home?
We'll have a book available for people to sign.
Yeah. Poor old Henry the 17th. By the way, new Pope elected. I was thinking of that. Yeah,
had some white smoke.
The smoke was billowing. And you know what's neat though is it's the first ever Pope from the United States, American Pope.
Apparently, they were interviewing his brother too, because they're like rivals on their baseball fans. Or
the brother just seemed like a guy like you and me, just chilling, you know.
Yeah, that's got to be amazing. Like, hang on, let me call my brother. He's the Pope.
Yeah. Yeah. How would you do that? That's cool. But a lot happening here today, and so again this weekend, several events going on. I want to mention this one too. Not only Wind Down Whiskey Up, but of course the the Clay Towsworth Memorial Ride. You guys, had the privilege of doing his service, which was wonderful. But the Clay Towsworth Memorial Ride, that'll get underway tomorrow, so be out at the American Legion post.
It's leaving at 10 o'clock, right?
Leaving at 10. Yeah, Bridget goes, I think the last one's 10:30. I said, yeah, I know, sweetheart. You always, if you had to be somewhere at 10:30, we'll be there at 10:45. That's our ongoing joke.
Oh, see, Jacqueline is the opposite.
Yeah,
If we got to be there at 10:30, she'll be there at 9:30 out there helping them set up.
See, that's what I would like.
And
to
then
be there
stay
early.
to help clean it up. And that just irritates me.
Because you're doing that all the time, man.
If I have to bust down another table in my life, I'm done.
I think there's like a Leonard Skinner type band that's coming too. It's the Main Street Music Series. That is also taking place on Saturday. So you can literally go to the memorial ride, then transition to the Wind Down Whiskey Up, and then go to Rather Park for the Main Street Music Series. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
One other thing, Billy, we'll wrap up here pretty quick. Also, Lee Jameson is almost done with the mural. We just posted an article on Hello Huntsville. If you haven't seen that memorial.
The memorial.
I keep wanting to say memorial because of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. See what happens. If you have not seen this, he's almost done. If you looked at that, you'd think he's done, right?
Yeah.
But look what I noticed here. Look what I noticed. There's still a little sliver right there on the right and a few pieces of tape. So he is not complete yet. He's almost done.
Yeah, that's where they were doing the walk to, and he was pointing out imperfections.
Yeah. I thought they were going to save that last little sliver for like you know how they do like they build a building and then before they leave one brick off so they can dedicate the building. Maybe that's what it is. They're going to do a special dedication.
Before they're going to break the wine bottle.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right? And then let that be the rest. Isn't that beautiful though? How cool that is.
No, he does great work.
I mean, that is such a neat thing to see. Downtown Huntsville. So that I wanted to show that real quick because we have an article up on the website. But speaking of everything that's going on, let me just share this. It's ZZ Tex. It's a ZZ Top is what I meant, not Leonard Skinner. ZZ Top band. That's going to be at the Rather Park on Saturday. So come out to that. And then on top of that, look at all these events going on. I took a picture of, well, most of it's already passed. Look, everything on there's passed. The last one is Wind Down Whiskey Up.
All right. Well, we've just about worked the board there.
Oh, yeah, we're done. So, well, Billy, a lot happening, man. Give us real quick. I know you've been busy, but just an opportunity to plug, as always, to plug the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, man. You guys are staying busy.
We are. We're serving families and doing the right thing and building lasting relationships. So, yeah, we're busy, but we're always available. If you need to come by and visit with us or you have questions, you can call in, speak with me or anyone who picks up the phone pretty much. So, yeah, we're here for you.
My ask is that please don't go tell Billy, hey, man, you need to take some time off and just get away for a while. But then you're the one that calls him, oh, I need you. Have you ever had that happen? People do that. Mm-hmm. They tell you. When I had my IT company, this guy goes, well, man, you just need to chill out, man. And when people call you after 5:30, you're done.
At your convenience.
But guess what?
God almighty, I hate that.
Guess what, though? He called me at 6:30 and said, I need you to get over here right now. I got major problems. I said, weren't you the guy that just told me a couple weeks ago that after 5:30 I shouldn't even answer my phone?
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I couldn't come, and he got livid with me. I can't believe this. And I never did work for him again.
Yeah. Or the people that'll text you at midnight or something. Hey, was just noticing that Mother's name somebody's third sister's uncle's cousin's kid is misspelled in the obit. Let me get dressed and go to the office and fix that for you.
They may text, but they won't get a reply till the morning.
You know the neatest thing you can do with your phone, and people don't know this, you can actually type your message and set it to send at a certain time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I could type you a message now and then hit a button and say, send this to Rob at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And it will send you that text message at 2 o'clock.
Gmail had this thing for a while to where you could, if you could set a time, and then in the morning it would remind you, do you want to send this email? And it was apparently because people were inebriated sending emails that they didn't really mean to send late at night. And so at like 8 in the morning or 10 in the morning, it would remind you, do you really want to send this?
That's pretty neat.
One other thing I wanted to say before we go, that, what is this real quick? I just got a text message. What is this? What's going on here? I don't understand what this is. I got, Bridget had sent me a text message this morning of a rainbow. There was a rainbow this morning.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, she said, show it. And my laptop died. I can't show it, sweetheart.
Well, it did warn you that the battery was low.
Yeah, the battery was like, look at that, though. She saw a rainbow this morning. Yeah. All right. Well, a lot of fun. That'll wrap it up, Billy. Try to get some rest. Hey, try to get some rest, then I'll call you in a minute. Hey, let's go do this.
be sure and rest this weekend, okay?
The tiredness is kicking in on you, buddy. You need to get some rest, though, if you can. You're about to slap me, man.
Oh, I don't slap. I punch.
Hey, well, that'll wrap it up. Hey, no restaurant report today, but thank everybody for joining us last week. Had a great turnout.
That was a blast. God almighty, that was a blast.
We had probably 15
We
people
learned
there.
an important lesson.
Call.
God, we learned it. Call ahead. We didn't. We invite people to go eat with us on Friday, and we normally have 2 or 3 people show up, and we have a good time. You know, we cut up and carry on. I guess everybody wanted them some Fiesta Taqueria last Friday because we had, 15 people there?
Yeah, probably 15 people show up, yeah.
And it was...
it was great.
It was Mandy and...
I always forget her name.
Tiffany,
yep.
Yeah.
Tiffany, yep.
Yeah, and they were already busy, and we just piled our butts right up in there, and they got us a big old table all together, and they never missed a beat. They never missed a beat. Even with everything they had going on, they took great care of us.
Can you believe that we got there right around noon, and by 12:45, everybody had already had their food and already eaten, and people were leaving.
Yeah.
In 45 minutes. And that place was loaded with people. And, friends, we're talking 1 cook back there and 2 ladies serving.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say it how it is. If you got a restaurant and you got 15 people working there, or maybe even 5 people, I'm not calling out any specific restaurant. I'm just saying in general, if you've got a pretty good staff, but you still can't get the food out for an hour, go talk to Mandy and ask her how she does it, because it's unbelievable.
Great management and great people.
Yeah.
Is how she does that.
That's it. And she has her heart is all in to that place. So.
And you could tell that they were running, they were gunning, but they took awesome care of us. And I don't know about your food. That was the best meal I've had in a long time.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, that'll wrap it up. Did want to mention one final thing. There is it's like the Walker County OEM safety fair going on. I believe that's over at the storm shelter. That's usually where they have it. That's also happening tomorrow as well. So you can take your family, learn about all the different safety things.
Is that from like 10 to 1 or something?
I think so, yeah. We were going to try to get Butch Davis on the show today, but he's over there setting up. And he said to call him at 9, but we'll be off the air by
He's
then.
over there messing with them folding tables that I hate so much.
Yeah, and he probably had to take his hat off, so he's not happy about that, you know. If you take that hat off.
I don't. I have seen him with his hat off, but it's rare.
Yeah. If you take a man and he's wearing his hat and he's got to take it off, it's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, he's probably one of the last people I'd want to upset.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah.
I still may call him, though, and just post something on social media about that, but hey, that'll wrap it up. Big thank you to Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, Billy Cawthon, Cauthen. Billy Cauthen. Did I spell that right?
I believe so.
Billy I had to read it off of there.
Yeah.
Billy Cauthen.
They put it on there in case I forget who I am.
Yeah, you're like, oh, figure it out.
On the back it says "Return to Jacqueline if found."
We'll be back Monday, friends. Thank you for such a wonderful week, and I know we have fun on the show, but please just remember the next person too. If you see somebody on social media, if you see somebody in person that's hurting, just reach out to them. If it's a friend, if it's someone you know, even if it's not somebody, reach out to them. Let them know that they're cared for and that they're loved. I think everybody needs to hear that. Everybody wants to just have a sense of belonging, and we need to be there for people, just like Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home is during their toughest times. We'll be back at it Monday. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Hey, find a church to plug into this weekend. We've got services here at First at 10:45. Billy's also over at Christ the King Methodist Church there at the old Magnolia Lakes. Beautiful facility. They've also got service as well, so go by and see them. Reverend Jeff Powers does a great job. They call it Reverend in the Reverend Powers does a great job, so go by and see him. Hey,
we'll get you where you need to be.
That's right. I end every show the same way, but listen to this. We're not strong enough alone to make it on our own, Billy. We need each other, so please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until then, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll see you back at it bright and early.
Bright and squarely.
That's it, bright and squarely.
Yeah.
See you, Billy.
See you.
Hello, First Baptist Huntsville. This is Jeremy Stallnecker with the Mighty Oaks Foundation, and I'm sitting in my home studio today recording some different things for our organization. But I wanted to stop quickly and say hello and tell you how excited I am to be with you on May 25th. That is Sunday of Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to have a wonderful time together. I feel very honored to be able to spend this time with you. As you know, this is an important weekend, a very important holiday, as we remember the sacrifices of the men and women who've gone before us, those who gave their lives, paid the ultimate sacrifice that we could enjoy the freedoms that we do. Very, very important time, and I am excited to be able to spend that time with you. We're going to talk about Memorial Day, what it means, why it's important, and how we can live our lives in light of the sacrifices made by others. Again, very excited to be with you this Memorial Day weekend, Sunday, May 25th.